Alright, time to play Risky Strats. Those of you who've never played this game before, it's very similar to Territory Conquest. It's actually where it was inspired from, but in my opinion, it's much better. Uh, it's really cool the way it works. See, these things right here are factories. You have to, like, you start out with just one property, your capital. Let me find it real quick so I can show you what it looks like. Here we go, capital. Start out with just this, and 500 troops. And, your capital builds up troops, whatever. And then you send them out. You're going to want to build factories, because that's the only way you can produce troops, unlike Territory Conquest, which I think is a really cool way to do it. See, in Territory Conquest, you just, you go, and then it puts up troops eventually, and that's that, basically. I mean, that's all there is to this game. This one, it's structures and things like that, and there's more to be added soon. This game is still in development. I want to say it's in beta. It's either late alpha or beta. But anyway, so you build the factories so they can produce troops. Let me look around. Here we go. Power plant. That's another one. There's 5 structures, actually, now that I think about it. These right here are pretty cool, because all adjacent factories, which by that I mean connected, they produce, I want to say it's like triple the output. It's either triple or quadruple. So, if you put them in a strategic spot, you'll end up getting like a whole lot more troop output, which is awesome. The only downside, which isn't really a downside as long as you set it up right, is that it doesn't produce troops anymore itself. But either way, everything around it will just get so much better. It's awesome. And then, let me see. Here we go, a fort. This one I want to say does 4 or 5 times the defensive rate of troops. So, everything has its initial value, like the troops do, but then if they're in a fort, I want to say it's like 4 or 5 times more. Then there's one to counter the forts. I don't know if it's been built in this game yet. I don't believe it has. I don't see any anywhere. But, either way, it's called artillery. And it's pretty much like 3 howitzers grouped together. And, they do 3 times the damage, which may not sound like much compared to a fort, because a fort does, I think, 5 times. But the damage stat initially is higher than defense anyway. So it ends up being so the attack is even more than a fort is worth. So let's just pretend, these two are against each other. They both have about the same amount. Pretty much exactly, actually. It's like a few off. So if one attacked the other, the attacking side would win, even though they have about the same, because the attack stat is better than the defense stat. But say, this side had... Say this was an artillery and this had 6,000, the fort had 6,000. The fort would be demolished, and this would have like a lot more troops, the artillery. And this state over here, like I just said, the attacking would win, but it wouldn't have much left. But, say this was 6,000, just a regular troop, and they attacked the fort would win, and it would have a lot left standing. It's kind of how this game works. You have to be real strategic, which is why I like it. I've always been a really big fan of Territory Conquest, but this game just took it to the next level, which I really love about it. And, there's more coming in the future, which I can't wait to see. I didn't even realize I had my space hawk hat on from watching the next level. I forgot I equipped that. I put it on just to see what it looked like. Yeah, this is my normal character. How I usually look. See, as of right now, as you can see, this is the only mode so far, it's Empire mode. We have to conquer 70% of the map, 70% of the cities. Which is, it's pretty fun. But in the future, he plans on adding more game modes, which should make it even more interesting. As of right now, obviously I'm spectating. I joined in late. But if one of these people wanted to, they could put me on their team. That's what diplomacy is in this game. It works a little bit different than territory conquest does. See, in territory conquest, you do diplomacy. It would make it so this side would be teamed up with this side, and they would work together, but they'd have their own areas. In this game, it literally puts you directly into their team. So right now, I can see Lizard X1. He doesn't have a color next to him. That's because he's working with Alpha, or Red. So there's two people right now working on the Red against this one person, which makes this person have a disadvantage because, they can do two things at once. You gotta be careful with stuff like that, because this person, Lizard, could end up completely messing things up the other side. Things could turn out, horrible. But as long as you have someone you can trust, it's very beneficial to team up in this game. Actually, I don't know those of you who may watch the Roblox streams on Twitch, but the developer showcase, which is a new show Roblox does, the first episode was actually with Dev Adrian. They had him on web chat with Skype and video chat, I mean. And you could, people were asking him questions and stuff, and he was explaining stuff about the game. And he said that he's not sure if he'll do diplomacy in the way that Territory Conquest has it, because he's going to have to redo a bunch of code. He said it was a possibility, but the way he said it, it's probably not going to happen. Either way, people still team up in this game. Like, I do truces all the time. Like, oh, let's do a truce for now, team up on this person, or just not attack, because sometimes you just start out way too close to someone else, and you don't want to start off the game already having to fight people. I know I don't. Some people like that stuff. I like to build up before I start fighting. I'm just gonna leave the screen like this so you guys can see what's going on. See what's like in the battlefield. One small feature that I like in this game, it's not like a game-changing thing, but the size of the thing, like the little parts. Like if something, if there's not a lot of troops, it's real small, like that one C-50, that's tiny. Then, a few hundred, it gets bigger. A few thousand, obviously it gets bigger. And then like something like, boom, like 12,000, that's huge. It's kind of just cool, because it kind of shows you in a visual aspect besides looking at the numbers, like how many people are actually coming to kill you. Like, look at that, 17,000, that's huge, it's giant. Look at that, 2,000, that's pretty big. But it gives you kind of an idea without having to look, like, oh, there's a lot of people coming to kill me right now. Which is, I think it's just pretty cool. It's not like a game-changing thing, but it's just a cool little feature. Oh, looks like Red forfeited. Alright. Hopefully I can do this. Lord Prusk, please don't completely, cheat. Obviously you can see what I'm doing, so try not to come right at me at the beginning. That just kind of makes it no fun. See, what I like to do, I don't know if you'll help me out with this or not, I try to team up with my viewers until it comes down to the point where we need to fight. If you don't want to, that's fine. We can just duke it out. It doesn't matter either way. But I try to stay friendly until the point comes where we absolutely need to fight. Like at the very end of the game. If we both make it that far, that is. But, try to team up on the other people until it comes to that point. If you don't want to, that's fine. Just throwing that out there. Looks like Red's coming to attack me. I don't like this. Ultimate snipes. That's not necessarily how you have to do it. That's just my strategy. If you don't make factories, you won't get troop output. But some people like to just go out and just gain territories right away. Which is fine. Either way works. It depends on how you do it. Yeah, red's gonna end up destroying me. I hate when people do this early. It's just so annoying, honestly. Like, yeah, you're gonna win, you're gonna beat me, oh, big deal. But when it comes to the end of the game, red's just gonna get stomped unless yellow and green don't know what they're doing. But yeah, whatever. Oh well, I lost. See, I'm in one of those servers. Kind of makes me want to just find a new one. Everyone just attacks so quickly early on in the game. I like having something to build up upon. I like having my own little empire before I start attacking. That's just me, I guess. Everyone plays this game differently. See, it's probably because my strategy that I have that I hate when people attack so early, because the way I do it, I build factories like right away. So I don't really have much troops at the very beginning because they're being built up. But, you know, people like Red, he didn't build all these factories until he started attacking me already. He went out, he scouted things out first, found me, he took all of his troops, and he went boom, right in one spot. Like he's doing now, you know, he's sending all his troops there in in hopes that he's gonna find, you know, green or yellow. That's that seems like that's what Red's strategy is. He's just going out conquering places until he finds his mark and he goes and attacks. Right now he's starting to build factories, but early on there's no way he could have started out just making factories. There's no way at all. Because he attacked me just so quick with such a big force. And since I was doing factories right away, I had nothing to defend myself with. I'm thinking maybe I should, you know, change strategies. I don't know, but it is a really good strategy. Like it, as long as I don't get attacked really early on, it ends up making me have quite a big empire. But people like, Red, who attack so early on in the game, make it really difficult for my strategy to work. See, I would have loved to start out where yellow started out. Yellow had such an awesome starting point. I mean, the closest person to him was green, and green was way over here. I mean, that's just such a good advantage. I had an unlucky spot. Where was I? Where was I? I was right here, I thought. But I don't see the capital. Unless a new update came out where the capital gets destroyed, I don't know. Where did I start? I thought it was like right there. Oh, wait, no, I think it was right here. He built a fort out of it. And then, you know, red was right here, so it was just so close. You know, it depends heavily on your starting point in this game. Yellow had such a good starting point, which made him be able to build up an empire quickly. Right now, it's, you know, it's either red or yellow. Green, obviously, you know, lost. I lost. But we'll see how this plays out. Red is a very, very aggressive player. It seems like yellow kinda is too, though. So, I guess we'll see. Two empires that are just about equal size. But looks like yellow has a lot more troop production. Because he spent more time working on that kind of stuff. Unlike red, who just pushed out and just attacked everything in sight. You know, not that that's necessarily a bad thing. Wouldn't be my strategy, but look where it got red, you know, he did something right. But, you know, he has quite a bit of properties that don't have anything on them where, you know, if a factory was there, help out a lot. Yellow's starting to take advantage of that and pushing through already. Red's pushing through too, though. It's gonna be a tough one. So yellow made the smart choice of backing out, because red would have hurt yellow's troop count quite a bit, even with the fort helping yellow out. But at the same time, now red has this fort right on the border. This fort over here, too. And this fort over here, so yellow's gonna have a hard time now pushing out. Unless yellow tries to take advantage of here and here. You know, that's the only way, really. But now he's getting attacked here. That's gonna damage him. Looks like yellow's gonna take that hit. But yellow is coming on the offensive, but the reinforcements coming. I don't think yellow's gonna win that. No, yellow's definitely not winning that. But he retreated, which was smart. See, it seems like red might dominate yellow. But it all depends. Red needs to hurry up and expand quickly, because yellow technically still is making more troops per second than red is, in production terms. Yellow, I think I said that right, yellow is making more than red. I might have said it the other way around, I don't know. The yellow has more troop gain than red. So, every second that goes on, yellow is getting stronger, until red starts really upping the ante and pushing his troops out. Which is starting like he's doing this right now. Ugh, that's a big hit against yellow. Yellow's losing a lot of troops in this one. It's gonna be a devastating blow. See, that's why I like this game. This game gets intense. I got pushed out of the game so early, I wish I was in this right now. But it's still fun to even watch. I think it is, at least. See, it's still kind of anyone's game right now. Red needs to really push it out if he wants to win. I mean, don't get me wrong, Red is definitely a very powerful force. He proved that by making it this far and taking people out along the way. Took me out, took Yellow out quite a bit. But Yellow still has the advantage in the fact that he has a big troop gain going on. Red still hasn't built a factory here, or he ended up losing his two spots here where Yellow, or it was either here or here. I think it was here, and Yellow ended up building the factories, and Red pushed it through, I think. But either way, Red needs to do something quick, because Yellow is so close to winning right now, but Red could still dish it out. Just needs to go on the offensive like he's doing this whole time, and boom, get it done. But honestly, I'm putting my money on Yellow for this game. Just because Yellow had such a good spot at the beginning. I mean, can't really get a better spot in this game. It's right here in the corner. And we got everything here to expand into. It was just had a devastating spawn point. Just do whatever he wanted. Yeah, I figured Yellow would win. It was all because of the factories. I don't know why. Red was such an aggressive player, but he didn't realize that he also has to dish out the troops to be able to be aggressive. He needs to build those factories, keep those power plants, in the good spots, things like that. He didn't dish it out. It's as simple as that. He really should have done it differently. Was a strong player, I'll definitely give him that. But he needs to tweak his strategy just a little bit. Just like I do. I'm too conservative at the beginning, which ended up getting me killed. I don't know if I'm using the right word, but I try to build up my... I'm probably not using the right word, but I try to build up factories right away, which ends up getting me killed. Not all the time, but sometimes. I'm gonna try going with the same strategy, even though it got me killed last time. Sometimes it ends up working out great. So I'll do that and hopefully not get demolished. I think maybe I'll just try to keep my troops a little bit more than before. Before, I was just trying to get them right away. I think I might wait just a little bit. Like before, I would have already taken this and sent it there. Boom, get a quick 500 to make the factory. But now, I'm gonna let this keep building and just wait until I get this one. So I still have a little bit of troops to work with, just in case things go wrong. Not really, not really enough, honestly, to help myself out any, but still. Just enough to make myself feel a little bit safer, I guess. See, one thing I always do in this game is I make sure my character isn't right near my territory. Because people look at that. People do. Like here. It looks like this guy's over here. I'm gonna assume he's over here. It seems like it would be a spot where people would spawn. This guy, I don't think he's over there. But this person, I think he might be over here. Like, you never know. Because people could be doing the same thing I'm doing. Because look at way over here. Someone had to have spawned over there. That part can't be completely gone. It's probably this person, or maybe this person. I don't know. But what I'm getting at is you don't want to stand where you start. because that just gives it away. That's just my theory. I mean, until the point where everyone knows where you are anyway, then, stand there because it gives you a better view of things. But I think it's more important to try to keep yourself unknown. Alright, Lord Prust. Hopefully you stay true to your truths, because I really don't want to fight you this early. I don't want to have a fight so early in the game again. Those, those are really annoying. Because you're already right there in front of me. I don't want to have to deal with you this early. Alright, Yellow, yeah. You can take out Green. I don't wanna deal with Green. Take him out. If you want. I saw it looked like you were gonna go after him, so. Looks like I'm gonna have to try to fight orange. And orange attacks me. There's nowhere else I can move to. Another round where I'm probably gonna lose. Lord Prust, please don't. Please don't attack me right now. I could really use some help, Yellow. Alright, now that I have absolutely nowhere to go and I'm boxed in, this isn't good. Yeah, I lost. Alright, I'm going to be switching games to mini golf.